Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is on his way to Washington. He'll meet with President Trump tomorrow about U.S. negotiations with Iran.
Well, reports from inside Iran say the people don't want negotiations. They want intervention. Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl has the story.
Before boarding the plane to America, Prime Minister Netanyahu laid out his agenda.
I will present to the president our ideas about the principles in the negotiations, the important principles, and in my opinion, they're important not only for Israel, but for everyone in the world who wants peace and security in the Middle East.
U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee is coming with Netanyahu. He says there is extraordinary alignment between Israel and the U.S. The talks reportedly will focus on Iran's uranium enrichment, ballistic missiles, and support for regional terror proxies, as well as Iran's deadly crackdown on its own protesting citizens. This, as the U.S. and Iran are expected to hold a second round of meetings. Iran is refusing to halt uranium enrichment. U.S. forces are moving into the region, and new satellite photos show Iran has covered the entrance to tunnels to its nuclear site in Isfahan. Iran is also refusing to talk about missiles, claiming they're key to its defense. After the June war, the IDF estimated Iran's stockpile fell to about 1,500 missiles. Israeli intelligence believes Tehran wants to build up an arsenal to about 8,000 missiles. Even without nuclear warheads, that would allow them to terrorize the region and could overwhelm Israel's anti-missile defense systems. Inside the Islamic Republic, Iranians are still being attacked, arrested, and murdered by the regime.
It's an open prison. Nobody is allowed to speak. Nobody is allowed to express their opinion. Nobody is allowed to do anything unless the government dictates them. And it's a sad story.
Edwin Abnous of Heart for Iran tells CBN News these protests are different from the past.
Many things are aligned for Iranian people to be free, to use this momentum to get to the solution, which is a free Iran, to topple the regime and make sure there's a democratic, some sort of democratic government is taking over. But the reality is they are grieving, they are scared, and they want international community to understand, to be their voice.
And while Iranians don't want to see their country devastated by war, they desperately want U.S. intervention.
First, do not negotiate with the regime. And if you cannot finish the job, a lot of them are asking with some sort of intervention, a military invitation, and shut down these the major leaders and the major locations where they are organizing these anti-protest violence against peaceful protesters on the street.
One Iranian church leader called on Christians not to be silent and to stand on the right side of history.
Please pray for all of those who are in jail right now and the people who are in the danger of execution. Please share their names out there and let others know. Because as people who are outside of Iran, don't consider yourself outside of this. You are also included in this battle.
He added that being silent at this time will only help the regime. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, let's hope for a quick outcome of these talks between Netanyahu and President Trump. It's time, isn't it, when you massacre 50, 60, some reports say as high as 80,000 of your own citizens who don't have weapons, don't have the ability to defend themselves. All they're asking for is for a voice and a democratic process to take over their own country. That this theocracy that's been imposed on them is obviously not able to govern the country. It's bent on producing nuclear weapons. It's bent on producing ballistic missiles. It's bent on destroying Israel. It's bent on destroying the United States. In all of that process, they're willing to sacrifice their own people. It's time for change.